Hi guys, it's Karen. I'm going to try a little something different today besides the soldering. I'm going to do a little wire wrap. Got some new stones in. Isn't this gorgeous? Golden Rutilated Quartz. Woo! And got some beautiful, flashy, carved labradorite. Oof, man. I get excited. Anywho, we're gonna wrap this puppy, I think, in gold wire. I use parawire. Typically use mostly square, 21 gauge. Love it. It's great for using the half round, which for me is easier to do a little wrapping to hold things together. So let's just start. I'm going to try and make this kind of quick. So I have a little piece left over I'm going to try and use up with this. I usually use 3 or 4 pieces depending on the thickness so that the stone's good and secure. Let's measure this. It's 10 inches more than I need. So I think I'll save that for another stone so I don't have to waste that. And we're gonna go with maybe 8 inches. I think will be plenty. I use my little nylon jaw pliers to straighten it out. We'll measure 8 inches. Approximately, let's not get crazy. 8 inches. That's also the template for the next few. Cut that off. Pull out some more. Straighten it. In fact, I'm gonna do this off screen to save a little time. Okay, back. So I cut 3 8-inch pieces and then cut a smaller one because I'm going to do a little crisscross on the front, so that'll kind of be in the center. And then I use the 21 gauge half round, and I start with a little fold over there, flat side down. Make sure these are laying. These long wires are laying, the square wires are laying next to each other. Find the approximate center. Hold this way. And then wrap these as tightly as you can without causing any overlap with the half round or the square. Push these together a little bit. I always go back and make sure these are laying flat. And I kind of swap this around so it's easier for me. And continue with the wrapping. Checking to see how much I might need for the point. I like a kind of a substantial amount so that it again gives me some stability and assurance the stone isn't going to pop out. And you can see that this is why I love the square, because the edges are there and we have a flat side to the half round things lay a lot nicer and are much more manageable with these combination wires than just using round wire. So let's check this again. That's good, but I'm going to do maybe 2 more wraps. And then I always, you'll see here's the end of the beginning wire, and I always want to end on the same side. So we can flatten it down, and that'll be on the inside of the, butted up to the stone. And then before I go smashing things down, make sure everything is level and kind of where I want it. And then I even take the step of going back and kind of measuring things. And what I'm looking for is the length of the long wire, which here is about 3.5, and then say 2.25 for the short wire. And then I flip this over to see what's happening on this side. So what was it, 3.5? So this is obviously longer on both ends. So we can move this center wrap up, and I'll check it again. I do like a little bit of balance. So we're here at 3.5 for the long wire and about 2.5 for the short. Check this side. Still a little long on this side with the large one. So let's see if we can move that down. Okay. And either you can check again. There's 3.5 there, about 2.5 there. Still long. The short one's good, but this one is not. Three and a half, 2.5. Let's see if we're just going round and round with this because I'm doing something wrong. I think we are. Because look, that's 4 again. Huh. Let me figure this out off screen. Sorry about that. Okay, yes, I was, every time I was trying to adjust it, it was moving to where I wasn't getting it right. So sometimes you can't do certain things on screen. Anyway, both of the cut ends are on one side. We're going to go ahead and flatten this down. And then because I know I want a twisted wire, crisscross of some kind on this little one, that's what we're going to do. And that's the other great thing about square wire, is that you can create the twisted effect, whereas with round wire, in order to get a twisted effect, you have to use multiple wires, like 2 or 3 wires to get that same effect. But with square wire, because of all the sides, it just creates it. And this is looking to me like these are not the same length, but well, hopefully that won't matter as we go. Always try to get these to where the twists look close, in their tightness. So that looks pretty good. And I got to make sure that the cut ends are going to be on the inside of the stone. So, and then we want to create this V for the point And this is a challenge doing on film. I have to admit. And you'll finagle with this a little bit. It's easier to have it on a flat surface. And then you form these around. Let me turn this around to use my dominant hand. Keeping the stone in there. Trying to keep these flat. Bring this up. And then you kind of do one of these little effects to create that. Sometimes it doesn't look perfect at first, but you can play with that some to where it does. Yeah, that'll be good. So then we're back, we'll get these out of the way, and we'll go back to the half round and work on the bail. We wrap them all together. To begin with. And then this tail we can bring up through center, tighten everything there. Have a look-see, make sure the wires are laying flat. And by the way, I credit most of my skills, recent skills, to Oxana Crafts. She's fabulous here on YouTube. Can't say enough about her. Her videos are clear, concise, have helped me immensely. She's my hero. And some other people that I'll certainly discuss moving forward that were instrumental in my journey. So, unfortunately, at this point, I have to go off screen and use my magnifying glasses to make sure my wires that are straight and I'm getting the correct ones. Okay, so I picked the two most front wires and the two most back wires and move them out of the way so that I can just continue the wrap on the center two wires to make the bail. And the only thing with working with the half round is you really need to pay attention that you don't overlap it and that the flat side is always down and that the wire doesn't twist. So kind of like with regular round wire, you can just wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap with the round wire, using the round wire to move. But in this case, it would totally mess up this half round. So you have to move the piece and not the wire. Unless, of course, you cut a piece of the half round and it's just all by itself, but that can cause quite a bit of waste. So I'm going to continue this off camera. Okay, so I get it about an inch or so. That'll depend, of course, on the size of your piece and what size bail you want. I finish it at the back because the bail will be this way and that'll be hidden. So at this point, I cut this off. I go ahead and cut this front piece off. We can make sure it's good and tight. And that'll be hidden away. then I want to make sure these are all nice and pushed down and even. And at this point we can flatten these a little bit. Separate these in the back or pull them to one side, however your design's gonna come out looking like. Tip this forward a little bit. You can use a bail making step plier if you want. Typically I just use my hand, my fingers. Tuck these through here, through the center frame. Like that. And separate these out. These will wrap around the top of the frame. Such as just leave a little tail. You can always cut that off later. And this is going to go inside of the frame. That is too much, so we'll cut that off. Pinch that down. Do the same over here. I'm still working on better lighting is what I'm noticing in these videos. Let's see. Okay, then you have something like that. Let's see how things are looking. So far, so good. Going to straighten these out a little bit because they're going to cross over the front. We can either work on that now. We can do it just barely across. It's kind of on the side. We can do it more crossed where it's more noticeable, something like that. We can do it real severe to where the cross is even down here, but because this is such a lovely stone and all the rutilation in it, I want it to show. So I'm going to wrap it just closer to the sides, but I need to do that without trying to film because of my eyes. So, sorry, hang on. Okay, so we kind of got it where we wanted, where I want it. And I'm going to lock the stone in on the back. Use my nails so I don't mar the wire. Just at least, you can usually start it out and bend it where you want it. Press it down on the stone so you got something like this, right? And here you got this. We're gonna go ahead now and you can either really tighten them down or you can just, sorry about that, guys. Or you can just close them to where they're touching their own wire. Again, I apologize, but my eyes are not great these days. And then we we can make adjustments here. Okay, so the stone's in. It's not going anywhere. It's not loose. It's solid in there. Looks good. We can kind of separate these a little bit so they look nice and uniform. Then you decide how you want your design on the top. And again, Oxana has a nice way that I'll just show you here. Like twisty, twisty, twisty. This front wire. You can twist or leave the back wire. I'm going to leave it straight. And then she does a little loop across the top here that kind of enhances the actual bail. And then we're gonna bring this around and we can tuck it in here, or we can bring it around and tuck it in here, which I think is what I'm gonna do. So a lot of this stuff will be hidden when we continue. If I can finagle on camera. Okay, there's that. Tuck that in. And then this straight wire can circle around this wire. I'll tuck this in right here. It's a little long. Let's take a little bit more off there. Okay. Then let's see, what do we want to do with these? I think I'll twist this one. Maybe I'll twist them both, because this is going to be kind of flashy, isn't it? So twisty, twisty, twisty. Twisty, twisty, twisty. You can try to get the same twist, different twist, bigger twist, less twist. Design's kind of up to you, which I struggle with, I'll be honest with you. I don't feel like I have this super creative mind. Yeah. You can just do something like that. Have it kind of simple. Hide some of those wire ends. But I think I'm going to put a couple of gold balls on there. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I want to go around once with this to kind of hide some of that. So let's see, we've got these little spacer beads on these little spacer beads. Let's try these. Let's see what we got. See these little ones. This is just a matter of playing. and finding the holes. Again, when your eyes aren't great, take some patience. Yeah, those will be pretty. And they're little, so they won't be. Can you want 3 or 4? Okay, we'll cut this off and tuck it in. Whoops, sorry about that. And tuck it up in there. So there's that. Let's bring this down and just kind of kind of want to have an effect almost that this, it's making a more of a circle. Yeah, let me think about it. Okay, so what I decided to do, if you can see it, is I just took that wire and wrapped it one more time around on top of those little beads, around the back, and then wrapped it again at the bottom. So it just gave it a little less flashy, gaudy effect. So then I just check to see if anything's peeking out, and I can see a little bit here. I just make sure that's lined up so it doesn't show a lot from the front. Same with that one. So there you have it. Isn't that lovely and clean design? So I'm happy with that. Thanks for looking, guys. Appreciate it. Until next time. Bye.